Hi friends, welcome back to channel SciTech. In this video, I'm going to do the 120Hz high refresh rate gameplay support test in the Realme UI 3.0 in the Realme GT device. So this is a question which has been requested by a few of my subscribers, asking me to make this kind of demonstration whether after updating to the Realme UI 3.0, whether the games are supported with the high refresh rate or not. So what is happening with the previous Realme UIs is that the Realme UI is not enabling us to play at higher gameplay. Yes friends, right now I do have a couple of other Realme phones which I did check in the Realme GT Neo 2 and Realme X1 Max and other phones. Sometimes you need to use the brightness trick, and sometimes even if you use the brightness trick also, the high refresh rate games are not optimizing to work in the Realme UI 2.0. But let's see in the Realme UI 3.0 whether it's the case or not. Same problem is happening or not. And first that I need to show you exactly what kind of display refresh rate I have selected at this moment. I selected to high. It's not auto refresh rate, it's always high. And this is a floating refresh rate option I did select. This is not the FPS, this is only refresh rate, not FPS. This will give the clear idea what is going on with the device. I'll try to include a couple of games during this time of demonstration. Let me try to include the Battlegrounds mobile gameplay as well. In this, these are the 4 games which I'm trying to do the demonstration right now to test the high refresh rate support test. So parallelly I do have the OnePlus Nord 2 as well. I'll try to show you exactly the demonstration. So this games actually supports high refresh rate. So to do this, prove this kind of theory, that's the reason I need to use other phone as well, which actually supports as well. So first let's start with the basic gameplay test, which is a standoff 2. Standoff 2 can play up to 120 Hz high refresh rate as well. And this Realme GT, which has got obviously 120 Hz refresh rate, so we should be able to support anyway. So right now I'm going to settings option and show you the video, and everything is selected to the high and 120 Hz refresh rate clearly selected, as you can see. And in the game mode, FPS counter also I did enable. So while gaming, you will be able to see the real-time floating FPS meter. In the game space also there is an option which is available, floating FPS meter. So this also gives us clear idea what is going on. Right now you can see friends, we are not getting any kind of sign regarding the 120 Hz refresh rate. Exactly, you can see what is happening at this moment clearly. You are not getting any kind of indication. So you might be wondering, can you please show us other phones what they are supporting or not? This is a proof. This is a live proof, which is a OnePlus Nord 2, which is supporting 90 Hz refresh rate. Clearly you can see 90 FPS in the OnePlus Nord 2. Not only in the OnePlus Nord 2, even in the MI phones and POCO phones, in the iQOO phones. So basically something happens, there's a problem with the optimization in terms of the UI. It's not the hardware problem, it's not the Realme GT problem, it's the Realme UI's problem. Still it's repeating in the early version of this Realme UI 3.0 as well. Definitely I'll try to report to the developers, don't worry regarding those. I'll do my best to post this kind of videos as soon as possible on all these things regarding what are the problems it's happening, definitely. So even if you enter into the game as well, you will be able to see the real-time FPS meter. I'll try to show you. So right now I'm trying to test the RAM management test, touch sampling rate, and the high refresh rate games. These 3 are the major problems which are happening. So I'll try to focus on those things, don't worry. And meanwhile, make sure to follow the playlist which I created. This playlist will give the clear idea what is going on with the Realme UI 3.0. So right now you will be able to see the inbuilt FPS meter, which is showing only 60. As you can see, it's not increasing. But in the OnePlus Nord 2, you can actually play it high refresh rate. So game number 1 completely failed. It's not supporting high refresh rate. Let's move to the game number 2, which is 1945, which can actually support up to 144 refresh rate as well. This game actually supports to that high refresh rate. Right now, let me try to show you what is happening with both phones. And right now you'll be able to see the real-time floating FPS meter, what is happening at this moment in the floating FPS meter. Sometimes the FPS meter, it's not that consistent. I'm not sure why it's not showing sometimes. Sometimes it will show, sometimes it doesn't show. Let me try to restart the game and show you. Again, now it's not showing anyway. But over the refresh rate, you can see refresh rate is not increasing above 60. It's staying exactly 120 only. So this game is also not supporting the high refresh rate game. You can clearly see what is happening. So overall, definitely friends, I'll try to report this kind of bug to the Realme users as soon as possible, developers, what is going on. So is a live proof. That's what it doesn't mean like the game is not compatible or anything. There's nothing to do with the game developers, because game developers already enabled. There's something to do with the Realme UI, because it did not happen in the other MI phones, POCO phones, FunTouch UI phones, nothing at all, no problem. Even in the Samsung phone also I was able to play in high refresh rate games, Moto H20, stock UI, everything, as you can see. but not in the Realme UI. This is only one of the problem. You can clearly see what is going on. 60 Hz and right now I'm getting here 190 FPS. That's the main problem, friends. And the second game also completely gone. And let's check the third game, which is Ilkram Racing. What happens to this game? Whether we can actually get any kind of close to that kind of 120 FPS or not. We are not. Yes, we are not getting. We are getting only 60. You can clearly see what is happening with this game. Only 60 we are getting. The only game, I think few games, maybe Battlegrounds mobile game supports 90 FPS. Yes, no problem with that. I'm not sure how, but Battlegrounds mobile game is absolutely playing with the 90 FPS, no issues. Again, one more doubt you might be getting, whether the Ilkram Racing is supporting a high refresh rate or not. Yes, it's supporting. You can see the proof in the OnePlus phone. It's showing exactly 90. So overall, friends, this is a conclusion which I thought of giving you all. High refresh rate games still not performing in the Realme UI 3.0 in this device, even after updating to the early access. Same problem in the Realme GT Neo 2 and same is repeating in this phone. But I'll do my best to post this feedback as soon as possible to the developers. They may fix the issues. But at this moment, little bit, the chances are decreased. Before I used to have the 50-50 chances, but right now, the chances of getting back a little bit got decreased after doing this kind of testing. But Battlegrounds mobile game working perfectly alright, 90 FPS. If you are only playing the Battlegrounds mobile game, no problem. 90 FPS is working in this phone. So you can clearly see 60 Hz became 120 Hz. That means high refresh rate is supporting in this game. As you can see, friends, 90 FPS we are getting exactly, no problem. No need to use any brightness trick, nothing. No need to use any kind of brightness trick. You might be wondering one more thing, that can you please try to use these games by using brightness trick? Can you check? Yes, even I did check with the brightness trick. It did not work. It did not work. It did not work, friends. Let me show you what is happening. Still remaining only 60 Hz. It's not increasing to 120 Hz. Even with the brightness trick as well, it's not working. That's it, friends. Thank you for watching this video, and this is a quick review which I thought of giving you on the latest update Realme UI 3.0. Don't worry, very soon I'll try to do in-depth testing on this particular topic, and I'll try to give the feedback as well to the developers. Hopefully, fingers crossed, this problem should be rectified in this Realme UI as soon as possible, which I'm suffering from so many months in the Realme phones, which should not be the case right now, because other UIs, they are doing really better in terms of optimizing high refresh rate games. I'm not sure why the Realme cannot do and cannot focus on this one little small thing. That's it, friends. Thank you for watching this video, and this is a quick review on this one. And in case if you want to know more details about this Realme UI 3.0, make sure to follow the playlist which are created on the Realme UI 3.0. This playlist will give you the clear idea what is going on with the device. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video, and stay tuned. Meanwhile, signing off and bye.